What's happening, YouTube? Your boy Flash speaks back for his next installment. First off, man, we're gonna give a shout out, man, and the biggest congratulations in the world to my girl Coco Gauff, who went out there, man, won her second Grand Slam, and she won the toughest one. Went out there on that clay court over the Roland Garros, played against a nice tough Russian in Sabalenka. He pulled it out on a windy day on that clay where the champion this day was going to be the one with the strongest mental toughness, mental fortitude, and the ability to adjust one's game to the conditions. It was windy and it was cold as hell. Everybody was complaining about it. And what did Gauff do? Go down in that first set, 6-4, but she did. She went down early, but she fought in the end. And this is the thing I've been telling you about fighting. She fought in the end just enough to give herself the confidence to go into that second round. And that second round was pretty much her most masterful masterpiece that I've seen her put together, where she adjusted. The major difference in this here tournament was that adjustment. You saw a ridiculous amount of unforced turnovers. There was 100 unforced turnovers in this damn match. The difference was Coco only committed 30, whereas Sabalenka committed 70 unforced turnovers. That was pretty much the difference in the game right there. But this is very, very encouraging for Coco. Coco, you can see, has improved that forehand, which was a problem. The way she's breaking them serves, she's totally improved on that. So I can see in the future, she gonna really go on a run, man. You know, carry on the legacy, man, of the Williams sisters and, you know, Naomi Osaka and so on. I doubt it whether or not she would ever beat Naomi's level. Naomi is like different, but I don't know. Naomi been falling off lately ever since how she got with somebody and, you know, whatever. But I don't know if Coco, we'll see. I don't know if she'll reach Serena's level, because Serena was just different. Serena's what you call that generational talent that when you look at her, you look at everybody else, you're like, that one is different. But whatever the case may be, man, Coco is carving out a nice, beautiful career for herself. She's still very young, still the youngest, I believe, American to win the French. So all those things are noteworthy. And shout out to her, man, her family, all of her support system, coaching staff, the whole nine, you know, for her to go out there and do that, man. Talking on a court that has been traditionally difficult for Americans. All right, next, man, we got the Chicago Sky versus the Indiana Fever, which right now is the greatest show in WNBA sports right now. Now I know some of you purists and some of y'all who've been watching it longer than me, and I get it. You're not understanding. And I understand where you're coming from. You're not wrong. And those of you who say it ain't a rivalry because one keeps winning all the time. Listen, I understand where you're coming from. But as my brother says on, my brother Bro Claude says, I beg to differ. And the reason is, listen, you got to understand what's being built right now between these two teams. And I'm not talking about legacy in it. Neither one are going to win a championship. Neither one is really good. But what's being built is hatred, genuine red-blooded hatred between the two teams. Now you could tell everyone on Chicago Sky isn't necessarily bought in emotionally. You could tell by the way they came out early. The problem is the coach hasn't bought in yet. The coach isn't like Spoon. Spoon will have them fight the hell out of Indiana no matter what the situation is. Though there are certain realities there, like right now, the way the teams are built, they're not really set up well to deal with Indiana, right? Indiana had improved their front court, and Natasha Howard, I got to give her a lot of credit. She has more defense in her bag than I initially thought. She's not as weak, you know, as I kind of anticipated. They're going a little bit more with Lexi Hall as opposed to Bonner, so there's no necessarily bullying her as much as you can bully Bonner, right? And then there's two where Lexi Hall and Angel from Unrivaled, they don't really have much hatred for each other like that. But there are some assholes on Indiana that I love. They are assholes. Sophie Cunningham, pure 100% asshole. Caitlin Clark, pure 150% asshole. Okay? But it's not the type of asshole I dislike. It's the type of asshole I actually like in sports. You know what it does? Because when someone is the type of individual that when their team beats you, they want to do a whole bunch of extra shit, all this and all of that. You know what that creates? That creates a type of hatred and a type of, like, sports just inside the opponent. And that's good to me for Angel. That's good for the Chicago fan base. That's good for Jeff P. That's good for Tyler Marsh. You need to see that, nigga. They laughing at you, boy. That's what they doing. They making a joke of you, a mockery of you. They making a mockery of your lack of coaching. They making a mockery of your draft picks. That's what they doing. And I hope what it builds in you is a type of hatred that I've seen built inside the Philadelphia Eagles from when the Dallas Cowboys in the 90s used to stomp the hell out the Eagles. Every single year. You know what it creates? It creates an eternal warfare. It creates an eternal hatred that will do nothing but build a monster. Or it'll destroy an organization. But you know what? I believe in the intangibles of your franchise player. I believe if you're smart enough to keep it going, you got the makings of something, man, that's going to build a monster once it comes together. It won't happen this year. You don't have the players. But if you can make the right moves, and get in the right amount of dogs, you need to give up this idea that you need to of worrying about your image. Forget image, dog. You need to win. Because right now your image is that you're soft. Right now your image is that you're bums. Right now your image is y'all can't play. That's your image. What you need is the image of people who don't care about that. I don't ever remember Michael Jordan care about his image on the court. His image was that of a killer, of a sniper, of a murderer. I never remember Kobe Bryant or Shaq caring about their image. All I remember is they were mean. They were mean. The way Bird was to the Sixers, the way Parrish and McHale was to the Sixers in 81, when they took our candy, they were mean, dog. They weren't nice to you. They were mean. The way the Lakers were to the Sixers in 1980, when they stole our candy, they were mean. So when the Sixers returned it in 83, they were mean. And then later, this created what? This created the meanest teams you've ever seen. When we talk about the Detroit Pistons, when you talk about the Chicago Bulls later, when you talk about the New York Knicks, that's what that created. And I got a feeling that this is what this is going to create. I love it. Ain't no point in doing a breakdown of the game. It's it's ridiculous right now. But what I'm hoping is that Jeff P., you realize that strategy you came with this year? No, dog. You need to get in some people that hate Indiana. That's what you need. You need to get in some people that's going to fight Indiana and knock people in the mouth if they have to. That's the type of team you need, dog. Yeah. So maybe Kennedy Carter wouldn't have been a bad idea to bring back. Yeah. Just from the standpoint of it, we're going to come out here and rumble. Ariel Atkins with 4 points. I don't know. I like her talent. I like her skills. I don't know if she got this, man. I really don't. Haley Van Lith, I do believe. I like the fact she's young and you got her there, and she already don't have the biggest love for Caitlin Clark, I'm sure, because Caitlin smoked her in the finals in college and all of that. I don't mind her being there. But obviously this team was not ready for the loss of Courtney Vandersloot. That's obvious. And I understand that Courtney Vandersloot running all those minutes and Courtney Vandersloot controlling the ball and the tempo and everything for so long. Now this is an opportunity. You got to step somebody else up. And don't be giving me no damn Rachel Banham, dog. I don't care about past. I don't care about how much experience anybody got. I don't care. What you got to look for right now is you got to put dogs on that court. You got to put dogs on that court that's going to put it all on the floor. That's what you need right now, man. And I hope y'all understand that. You need fighters. You need dogs. You need scrappy players that's going to jump on the floor. That's going to break ankles if the ankles are in the way, right? This soft stuff ain't getting you nowhere. It ain't doing nothing for you. The gentrification of the team that some people are talking about ain't going to get you nowhere. It achieves you nothing, my man. You need to understand, man. You need to understand. And if you don't understand, you'll get your ass whipped again, and then you understand. They beat you without Caitlin Clark, my man. This is what they did. Without Caitlin Clark, they beat you like that. Which could show us a couple other things. I mean, we can get into, but no matter. But even without Caitlin Clark being there, Caitlin Clark showed you. Yeah. She's the enemy. She is the enemy, without a doubt. The enemy. Sophie Cunningham is the enemy. And I hope you understand that. And if you don't, heads got to roll. Because the message is clear to me. Yeah. I'm out.